Welcome to part 2. We're going to be talking about the side skirts on my 350Z race car. Last time we talked about the splitter, and next time we'll be talking about the diffuser. The side skirts, like everything else, is made out of Alumalite. It is 74 inches long and 8 inches wide. For those of you who have 350Z, you likely know that the bottom side panel is attached with coarse threaded screws all the way down, and those were my mounting points for the side skirt. About 4 inches of the side skirt is underneath the car and 4 inches of it is sticking out of the car. All I did was take the screws out that are holding the side panel in, get a little bit longer screws that matched a similar thread, made sure all the holes I drilled in the Alumalite lined up, and then bolted it to the car. So nothing is screwed into the side panel, it's just bolted in exactly where the side panel bolts in. So it makes it completely reversible, no modification to the car. But as you can see, you can't just do a single flat panel, you will have to do some contouring around the front mud guards. I wish I had taken the mud guards off before I'd done it, and it would have made the gap a lot smaller, and I just don't need the mud guards. So next time I buy Alumalite and I replace these, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the mud guards and do them that way. Same thing on the back of the car. I had to do a little bit less contouring, so I got rid of the rear mud guards. I also have a small piece of aluminum angle that allows me to attach the rear spat to it, and it adds some support to the side skirt. If you're wondering what the little arrows are for, those are my jack points so that I don't have to look under the car to know the proper location to put my jack. Just makes things a little bit easier when I'm changing out wheels at the track. Here's the side skirt. It's pretty easy. You've got the mounting points all along the right side. You have the two areas on either end where you're going to have to make room for a dip in the car. And of course, it's 74 inches long and 8 inches wide. And then here is how you're going to get all 4 pieces onto one piece of 4 foot by 8 foot Alumalite. You've got the splitter will fit in that large rectangle on the bottom right. You have the 2 side skirts, and the diffuser is whatever is left over on top. As you saw from the shape of the splitter, you're not going to be using this entire rectangle, so you should be able to get the 6 fins out of whatever scraps are left over from the splitter. For those who don't know, the purpose of the side skirt is to prevent high pressure air that's traveling along the side of the car from rolling underneath the car into the low pressure area. What that's going to do is generate lift at the back of the car, which you don't want. And the side skirts do not have to be nearly as securely mounted as something like a splitter. They're not really generating any downforce, they're just preventing lift from happening. Now, this one single flat piece is not the most perfect side skirt in the world. If you notice things on like factory race cars and supercars, there is going to be some contouring to it because you don't need it sticking out this far the whole way down. But unless you have access to a wind tunnel and some really advanced computers, you're really not going to do better than this one single flat panel. The weight that you save from contouring it, it's just not worth it at this level. It's held up extremely well. It took me and passengers a little bit of time to get used to having to step over it. In most cars, you don't have to worry about just stepping out of the car. It's not like a side step on a truck. You cannot put your weight on it. You're going to have to step over it. So I have hit my ankle on it a couple times, and when this was still a street car, my wife hated it. She hated getting out of the car with this. And like I said earlier, it's 8 inches deep by 74 inches long. And once you get that cut and get your contouring done, it's just drilling a few holes and mounting it to the car. It's a lot easier than the splitter or the diffuser. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next week.